Okie dokie, here we go. Welcome back. If you were
Hello.
with us just seconds ago in our new product launch for our Etsy shop, it looks like Kim is here. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
If you notice me, oh, go ahead.
I got your email, Kim. I saw it come through.
Okay.
She was Johnny on the Spatman with titles. I'm impressed.
Nice.
Oh, love it.
It's always fun when we do stuff like that. Especially like I'd be the same way because
Yeah.
you think, oh, it's in January. No, like do it now. I was just gonna say, if you see me going back and forth, it's because my laptop webcam is going. I was actually looking on Amazon for webcams today because obviously I can't keep draining my phone whenever we're doing this. But if you see me going back and forth, that's all. That's all it is. So Annie's back.
Hello, hello.
Hello. So yes, so these are our reading sprints. We always do reading sprints the first Tuesday of every month. This is for our November read of Shaun Bythell's A Diary of a Bookseller. But of course, you can read or do whatever you would like in our productivity sprints. I think I'm going to start the book. I might actually go between that and another book that I'm supposed to be reading this week. So I might jump back and forth. I have already read this book, but I read it via audio, and I think this particular book would be fun to do a reread physically because I'd like to see it, because it, you think of a diary of something that people like write down and everything.
Yeah.
So I think I'd like to physically read it. I think things will like pop up, like I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that, but I really couldn't tell you much about this book, like at all. So I'm excited to read it again. Before we get into that, do we want to talk about anything with the book club?
Sure, I'll just do a brief highlights in case you missed the new product releases. Sorry, words. I'm having a problem today. So we're going to be doing voting for January. Our theme we're picking is sort of loosely self-improvement, things like that. So we have 3 titles: Atomic Habits by James Clear, What Would Frida Do? A Guide to Living Boldly by Ariana Davis, and Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. So you can vote in all the usual places: comment section, community tab, Voxer, email, send us a pigeon, whatever, and vote for that. So you'll have your usual 2 weeks, and we will let you know the winner, of course, if not before, at least during our discussion on the 28th of this month for Diary of a Bookseller. And also for next year, I know this past year we asked you if you wanted to submit 3 titles and we would put them in as picks. And we did this past year. We broke them up and tried to spread them out throughout the year. But next year, we want you to do that again. However, you'll get your own month. So the 3 books that you pick will be our 3 choices for whatever month we end up plopping them in. You can request a specific month if you'd like to. Of course, that does not include January, May, July, or December, but there's a lot of year left outside of that. So you can pick the month if you want to or not. Otherwise, I will try and match it with a more general reading theme, like middle grade, March, whatever. So you can do that throughout this month, from now until the end of the month. And you can, same thing, community tab, you can leave us a message in Voxer, you can leave a comment. You can leave a comment now during the sprints if you know, or you can also email me directly. Why every time I want to give my email.
It really is.
I know. So there's my email, heybookbubbler@gmail.com. Kim already sent hers in. Thank you, Kim. But yes, please let us know. Please give us some suggestions. We really love and appreciate you guys, and we want you to feel as much of a part of this as we feel you are. We just adore you all. So if you want to submit, please submit. And yeah, you have the rest of the month to do that. And we will probably in January, we can tell you sort of the months people have if you want to know ahead of time, or it can be a surprise every month, whatever you guys want to do. I can give you hints or not. So yeah, that's it. So go ahead and vote for January's titles and think up some suggestions for next year, and we will get one of your picks read.
Yep. And I'll get the poll up either sometime tonight or tomorrow
Yeah.
for the January picks in our community tab. So you'll be able to see those there. Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, tonight we are doing some reading sprints. And like I said, I'm going to start our book and probably flip-flop between that and another book I'm supposed to be reading. But are you going to be starting our book tonight as well?
Yeah, probably. I'm also reading something else too. So I don't know if anyone else reads the series, the Stephanie Plum series by Janet Ivanovich. But the 30th just came out in the series. And it just came out on, I think, last week, I think it came out. And I have like 60 pages left. So I'm going to try and finish this tonight. I'm sure I will. And then I will jump over to Bookseller. So what other one are you reading? Or can you not say?
No, I can say. So I'm actually reading. I don't know if she's here with us tonight. She was in the last feed, but I'm buddy reading with Jessica. And if you're
That's
not
right.
familiar with Jessica, she has a amazing Bookstagram account. Very beautiful things posted daily. So definitely check her out. But we are reading the first in a series, I believe, by that Abby Jimenez. So
Part
the
of your,
first book is Part of Your World.
yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's about at all. The only reason why I even have this on my radar is because I have the second book, which is called Truly Yours, I think it's called. And I have that book because my mom goes to these rummage sales in Minnesota and stopped at this, I think it's Nadia's or something bakery. And I think the author has some kind of, I don't know if she owns the bakery or was just had her stuff at the bakery, but they had her books there, signed copies, and they were like selling it like the book and a specialty cupcake with it or whatever. So my mom went and got it for me. So I have a signed copy of her second book. And
Nice.
Justin saw this in I don't remember what I was talking about. It must have been my last video because I'm so good at publishing things. But anyhow, she asked if I wanted to do buddy reading. Of course, long story short, yes,
Yeah.
I said yes.
Nice.
But as most people out there in the interwebs, they like to read, promptly. So we're reading it in 2 weeks. So I need to get it read by Sunday night to, yeah. Yeah. I
What's
can't
your,
all be like me where I'm just like, let's just read and just discuss when we can do it.
yeah. Once you get going, it'll go fast, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, and I've buddy read with Jessica before and she's
Yeah.
fantastic. So, yeah, I think the last book we read was a little bit sad. But like I said, I really enjoy buddy reading with her. So I think it'll be fun to read this one together. So
Nice.
yeah. Yeah. But I'm gonna read our book too because obviously I want to get that started. Um tonight so we can kind of discuss it a little bit. But yeah, tell us in the comments if you what are you reading this evening?
Yeah.
Are you jumping in with our book or are you gonna be doing something different other than reading? What are you all doing out there? Let us know. While we kind of see if anyone's reading anything different, I finished The Big Bang Theory, believe it or not. 12 seasons, like 20 some odd episodes each.
They're so short though.
I know they're like 19 or 20 minutes each.
Yeah.
Because of commercials, whatever. But and I didn't have to watch it with commercials because it was on that Max or whatever.
Yeah.
It's funny because I didn't really think I really saw much of that show before I actually watched it. But to be honest, I think I've seen that entire series before, just
Sure.
like not in order.
Yeah.
And like because it's been like on every station. Like I remember TBS used to play it like a
Yeah.
lot. And when I worked at this one restaurant, like they would just have certain stations on. So every once in a while I would just walk out to the bar and like the TV would be on and it'd be that show.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized, I'm like, wow, I think I actually like saw this whole show, except just not in order and just all
Order.
over the place.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Andy, thank you for the email. I just saw it pop through.
Oh, nice. You have that too. Well, maybe, Andy, what we can do is when I'm done with the first one, you and I can buddy read the second one. What's Kim reading here? You're reading Wreck the Halls. Yep, it's due back. I've been there. I've been there. I know you've been there.
Oh yeah, I lived
You
there.
gotta read stuff because it's due.
Yeah, I think I have 2 more days on this, on Dirty 30, before it's got to go back.
Oh, I'm surprised you don't own it already.
I know. No, I get them in mass market paperback when they come out. Yeah.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello, Miss Sarah. We were just talking about you the whole beginning of this. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's nice to see you back, Sarah. It's really nice to watch videos of yours.
I love seeing her. Yay!
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Oh, see, only for a sec. She knew. She knew we were talking about her. I'm just kidding.
Well, nice to meet you. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, thanks for popping in. I love Sarah. I wonder what part of Canada she's in. Like, so like Sarah, if you're Canada and we're Wisconsin, like where are you in Canada?
Yeah, east to west. Kind of, what state are you near?
Because, like Canada is as big as the United States, essentially. Like it's the whole United States. And whenever I think about when people live in Canada, I'm like, oh yeah, that's just north of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not. It depends on where you live.
It is, sort of. I think you're East Coast though, Sarah. So I feel like you are further east than we are. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm already yawning. That's not good. That's not a good sign.
I know. My eyes are like really wanting to shut.
Well, in that case, let's get reading.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In between Michigan and New York.
Okay. Yeah. A little east of us.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to get our passports ready and go and do some diamond, those little diamond things you like to do.
Those diamond paintings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sarah loves doing those.
I know. I got really hooked on a couple of like diamond painting channels. I don't know, like a couple of months ago. It's just fascinating. I couldn't stop watching. My mom came at my house. She was like, "What the hell are you watching?" Like all these diamond paintings, and she was like, "That sounds dumb." And then we watched like a 20-minute video together. She was like, "Oh, this is really interesting." Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. She can drive to Detroit in 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
I think it would take longer for us because we have to go around the lake to get to Detroit.
Yeah.
So it would take us longer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go the other way, I mean, we can still get to Michigan within 2 hours. Well, I can.
Yeah,
I can.
No, because it's if I go across Lake Michigan, I have to get the ferry from Milwaukee. It's like 3 hours, I think, across, which would be, I think, still shorter than driving around with Chicago traffic. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where I live in Wisconsin, I can make it to Michigan in 2 hours, probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably. Okay, we'll try.
I really want to go thrifting in Canada. I mean, I really, really do.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, future plans. Okay, so let's pretend that we're on the 50 and we all seem to like the 25-minute sprints. So let's go ahead and do 25, so that would bring us to quarter after. I'm going to run and go get my book, so you might see me just pop out, and I will try to find a good ASMR. What are we feeling in the mood for tonight?
I don't know. Is it too early for Christmas stuff, or like maybe just a winter theme?
No, we can't do Christmas.
So still fall, maybe?
Yeah, I'm thinking because we're reading a bookstore book, so maybe I can try to find one that's in a bookstore. I feel like I just saw one that was really cool, but it was still more Halloween. It was like a witch's something,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like we're kind of over that. So I'll try to find something good.
Okay. I gotta grab my glasses too. I realized I forgot to bring them in here when I
Okay,
got. So yeah.
sounds good. Good.
So what does that take us to?
Quarter after.
Okay. So then, Andy, we're pretty close together. So it'd be the same for me, pretty much. Like 5.5 hours to Detroit. Thanks for checking.
Okay. So as per usual, we're gonna mute ourselves, and I will find us a good ASMR to enjoy. So happy reading, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
How'd your reading go?
Good. Oh, was that loud before? I didn't change anything. No, you didn't. It's just that quiet in my house. It was good. This copy though that I'm reading,
Mm.
the letters are so tiny.
Mm.
So it's giving me a hard time, my eyes being tired.
Yeah.
But thankfully, because they're like diary entries, they're shorter, so that's helpful.
Mm-hmm.
This is like some Gabriel Garcia Marquez lettering, man. It's
Oh,
like
that's tiny then.
Yeah.
Can I see the cover of that? What edition is that?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's not the one that I have online.
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. But I can tell already there's like pictures in here
Oh,
every
nice.
once in a while. So I'm kind of excited about that because obviously with the audiobook you don't get that, but
yeah.
I'm vaguely remembering a little bit from it. Like everything I've read so far I don't remember. But I'm remembering like other people that he interacts with. I like their names and stuff. Like when he mentions one of his employees, Nikki, I was like, oh yeah, I think I remember that. And then his partner, Anna, I was like, oh yeah, yep. It's all coming back to me, but like nothing else other than the fact that they exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so far so good. I mean, with the lettering being as small as it is, I really only got like 14 pages read, but I think we even started on page 6, so like 7 pages read, not even. Yeah, and books like this too, like while I'm reading, usually I'll be like, why am I not skimming this? Like this kind of stuff I can skim because it's a lot of. I feel like with nonfiction, a lot of times, like I can skim more than fiction. And like I always catch myself like all of a sudden I'm like, why is it taking me so long to read this page? And it's because I'm reading every single word and my brain is slowing down. Like skim. You need to just skim read. Because I can read pretty fast skimming and still, retain the information. So I do that a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he has the same copy.
Well, interesting.
It's the first edition. I know that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the first mint or whatever.
Is it the US edition? Must be.
I would assume so. This just says first published in Great Britain in 2017. And then first Melville House printing September 2018.
Yeah.
But Melville House is out of Brooklyn, New York, or London. But
because I have the covers in the other room, but I have the regular blue cover you see everywhere, This is a UK edition.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, then you'll be able to make the lettering bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Kindle. That would be nice.
And nice that it's just sitting there waiting for you too. You don't have to run out and get it or hunt it down.
Yep. I actually borrowed the second book as well.
Yeah, nice.
Because I wanted to read it.
Mm-hmm.
How did your book go?
Good. I got 40 pages in, so I've just got 20 pages left. And yeah, it's good. I like it. So I know I'll finish it this next reading sprint we do. I like this series. It's fun. Like, yes, it's a little samey, but it's the 30th book. I mean, what do you expect? But it's like checking with old friend once a year, you know? Like, it's just nice. I look forward every fall to just spending time with Stephanie and Rex and everybody else. So, yeah, it's a good one.
Good, good.
Hmm.
Excellent. How did everyone else do in the comments here? Yeah. I realized too, like, I haven't actually read a physical book in like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I've been reading all audiobooks just because of the way everything's been working out.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since I've read a physical book. Like, I can't even tell you. I think the last physical book I read was Clockmaker's Daughter, and I think I listened to the last half of that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And that was in July.
Yeah.
So it was weird. Like,
Yeah. I do a lot of ebooks that like actually get finished, but
yeah.
it's so rare I take time to just sit and read a book. You know, like
Mhm.
I read here, and that's like the most I read sitting down in a month usually.
Yeah.
Um, I just fall asleep all the time. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I know, yeah, I knew this was due. That's a brand new release. I only have it for a week, and I thought last night I didn't know what to do with myself since it's dark so early, which I really enjoy. I am a weirdo who likes it dark early.
Mhm.
I thought just sit down and read this. So I read the bulk of it last night, just in a couple hours. It was a nice change, something I used to do all the time, and then haven't the last couple of years. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I hear you.
Hmm.
I know I'll never forget the first Dewey's readathon that I participated in. Like, I read so much that day.
Hmm.
It was amazing. Like, I read an entire 500-page book
Hmm.
plus other books, like other parts of books. Like, I didn't just read that book, I was reading other books too. And I think about that all the time, like, how, like, that's amazing. Someday I'll get back to that, but
Yeah.
not anytime soon.
Hmm.
Ay, ay, ay. So, other than not reading, what other kinds of things have you been up to?
Stressing out and worrying. You know, my standard hobbies these days. The last couple of years, just stress. But yeah, lots of staring out the window, lots of thinking things. Like you can only put stuff away, like dealing with emotions, dealing with stuff for so long on a shelf. Like you can only put away for so long, and then like it's just surfacing now because I have time. So I spend a lot of time rehashing things, and yeah, it's tiring. That's really I spend a lot of time doing that. Sort of half-heartedly watching TV. I am doing a kind of slow rewatch of the series Vera. Um,
Oh,
I'm in season 3 right now,
yeah.
and that's nice. But I'm finding myself drifting even in the program. Like it's so good. Usually it just hooks me right in, but I am just
Yeah.
sort of not totally paying attention to that. Even I just yeah yeah mm-hmm. Yeah. And I know you're just wrangling kids, so and I don't mean just like it's nothing, but it's full time. You know, it's constant.
Yeah, it is. It's from the moment they wake up till they go to sleep, and sometimes even after they go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly it's Matt with the boy,
Mm-hmm.
little little bear, big little. What did I say I was gonna call him? Little bear.
I do not remember, honestly. That's terrible, but I,
Something bear. Yeah, baby bear, little bear. I think it was little bear. But yeah, he's still not sleeping through the night, which is fine. I mean, he's not really. I'm trying to remember when my daughter slept through the night, and I think it was more towards like 5 or 6 months. It was after her surgery,
mm-hmm.
but I don't remember. But I can tell you, I mean, she is an excellent sleeper, and I feel like my son is not going to be an excellent sleeper. I
Mm-hmm.
think he's going to be I think he's gonna take a while to sleep through the night.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I think it'll change once he's able to start eating solid food like the purees and stuff. Because I
Yeah.
think he'll feel fuller. He's actually been able to be breastfed, and I'm pretty sure like that sits lighter on a
Mm-hmm.
stomach than like formula, which my daughter had to have, and like solid food. So I'm thinking once he starts with eating his purees and stuff, which is soon, that that might be when he starts to sleep through the night. So I think it's just he's
Promise.
hungry.
Yeah. I don't function very well on little sleep long term.
Yeah.
Nobody
No,
does.
it's exhausting, but I mean your body gets used to it.
Sure.
Like I definitely can tell with my daughter, I did not function very well, and I was having a lot of anxiety about that before my son was born, like remembering like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting any sleep, and actually it's been okay. So that's been nice, but usually I have like all these plans of things I'm gonna do when they go to bed. And then I end up just sitting and watching TV because I am so overstimulated and overwhelmed by the day that I just all I can do is sit and just like zone out. Like I can't even
Mm-hmm.
read because I'm just gonna fall asleep.
Yep.
And I try to, and I always fall asleep. So I've just been watching TV, which sounds like I'm not trying to like make it sound like that's a bad thing, but I think for me being someone who used to do more and like read more, I feel like that's why I'm like making it sound like it's a bad thing to just sit down and watch TV. And like
Mm-hmm.
there's many people around the world that that's their thing. They sit down, they watch TV, like, and that's okay. I'm just comparing it to me and my previous life
Mm-hmm.
where at the end of the night I would, do some crafting or I would do some reading or bait, but now there's not, I can't. So the only thing I'm capable of doing is either sleeping or watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, like I said, I'm done with the Big Bang Theory and I've been watching a little bit of Mike and Molly, and I actually think I think we finished that up. I think we finished the series. I'm not sure. I have to look, but I'm pretty sure I keep rewatching the last episode. Um, and I'm like up to I didn't watch every episode, but I'm up to like being on the season now of Sister Wives. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not I didn't watch like I said, I didn't watch every single episode because like they're very monotonous. And they do this thing where it's like last time on Sister Wives,
Mm-hmm.
and they show the whole recap, and then they start the show and they show more of the recap in the show. Like so they start like continuing forward on whatever they're gonna be showing in that episode, and then they show what they did last episode, like in the last episode. So it's like the whole episode seems to me is just like it's showing the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I skipped a lot. Like I would read like what the episode was about, and if I was interested, I would watch it. And then so now I'm up to date, and it just yeah, that's he's an idiot. But so I don't have any more of that. So I've been watching The Mentalist.
Oh
I
yeah.
yes,
I used.
I've seen. I never watched it like from the beginning to the end,
Mm-hmm.
but I would watch some episodes here and there, and I love Simon Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only thing he doesn't have going for him is he's blonde, and for some reason I'm like I guess I'm not attracted to blondes because I was like when I was watching him last night I was like, damn, he is a very good looking man, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm like not attracted to him. Like I'm appreciating him for his good lookingness,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not like attracted to him very much, and I think it's because he's blonde. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've dated blonde guys before. Obviously, it didn't work out. Um, but like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm not really like attracted, but I'm like, he's really good looking. I know that sounds weird because doesn't that mean I'm attracted? But no, it doesn't. So, but anywho, I'm so happy my husband's not here because he'd be looking at me really weird right now. Like, why are you telling people on the internet that this guy you don't even know? But yeah. But yeah, so I've been watching that.
Nice.
And I realized I don't like the female lead in that show.
The cop.
Oh, no, I don't like that actress.
Mm.
There's something I feel like because there's nothing happens in her eyes. Like she's not a bad actress. I don't think she's a bad actress. I've seen her in things before, but I feel like nothing happens right here. Like she just like like blank stares, and like nothing really moves. Like even when she's supposed to be having emotion, it looks really like disingenuous. Like it's just not. I don't know. And I remember she was in Prison Break,
Mm.
and I didn't like her in there either. And she basically plays the exact same character. But anywho, now I'm rambling. See, this is what happens with these reading sprints. Dani sits around with kids all day, and then you get her on here and you start talking to her, and that's all we do is we just talk. So we missed a bunch of comments here. Let's see here. Yes, thank you for letting me know that. That is gonna be fantastic. Let me tell you. Start watching 3 months several days a week. 3-year-old.
Oh wow.
Issues learning about them. Nurses more screaming then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my son will not take a bottle from even me. So it's all just me feeding him. And I mean, obviously, I'm not a big like I don't go and do things, and I am a stay-at-home mom, thankfully, that we're able to do that. But he will not take a bottle at all. We've kind of stopped even trying because we just haven't had a need for it. But I do want to start trying again to like so that I don't have to be the only one. And I think once he starts eating, I think he will take because I think he's gonna actually hold the bottle. Like my daughter would not even hold the bottle. It took me until like she was over a year old for her to even hold her own sippy cup. Like I don't know, she's a diva. Um, but I think he will. I think he is a little hungry hippo, and I think he'll love eating and he'll love having a bottle. I think just as he was younger, not happening. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, good luck. I hope you did get it.
yeah, yeah. Getting him to take the bottle when they're it's yeah. We have not we have not been able to do it at all. Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are worth it. At least that's what I tell myself. Let's see here. Sister has like 10 minutes of new material. It is. It's so annoying. And here's the thing too is like especially cuz since I'm not watching or I wasn't watching new episodes, you'd have like the small little synopsis of what the episode would be. And I'm like, "Oh, that one sounds interesting. I would like to know what happens in this episode." And then you watch it and it takes them the entire hour episode to like get to the final like 5 minutes of the show, and then it like kind of does what it the synopsis says it was going to do, and then it doesn't. You have to go to the next episode to find out what happened. Like it's so annoying. I'm like, whoever is I mean, and that's the thing is people were so entranced or are so entranced, and I'm not saying that anyone that is this I'm just saying there's a huge following. It's all over the social medias, like little memes and stuff. But I think that they could just do that. Editing could just do that. Producers could just be like, we've got like probably a good solid maybe 2 episodes. So let's just like make it 12 episodes. Like, oh, so crazy. Yeah, like watching a train wreck. It is. And I like I said, I thoroughly enjoy checking out and seeing what's going on, merely because it makes me feel better about my life. Um, I will say though, and this will be my last comment before we get into another reading sprint, because we really should be reading. Um, but on the sister wives note, and it's nice that I have someone to talk to about it. So what I've noticed online is that like everybody's blaming Robin for like getting into Cody's head and basically like taking him over essentially, and that is why now all his original wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, have now divorced him. And I'm not disputing that by any means, but I'm having a hard time seeing like when exactly that happened, because I mean, from what I saw, and now I pretty much skipped like through, I did not watch any of the COVID related seasons because I just was not interested in watching these people in their Zoom calls. And I heard that he had a lot of really crazy restrictions, like even worse than that for his family. And then his kids got all, it was, so I didn't want, it was too dramatic for me. I was like, move on from this. But I would be interested in your take, ladies who watch it. Like, do you think that Robin is like behind all of this? Because the way I see it, I feel like he is just like a maximizer. Like he's just looking for the next best thing of like what can make him happy. And I'm not saying that all polygamists are like that. I'm talking about him specifically, just based on what I saw. It just seems like he was like happy with his three wives, and then like all of a sudden this pretty thing comes along, like pretty shiny thing. I'm not judging Robin and her appearance. I'm just saying like, oh, this pretty shiny thing came along, and then he like over obsessed on that and like forgot about everything else. Because I don't know if I necessarily saw a decline of any kind, but like there was a definite like shift as soon as she entered the picture, just of what I noticed from season one, even into season two. But then it remained the same. I don't know. I didn't see like it was like exponential. It just like plateau. I don't know. I don't think I'm making sense. But let me know what your ideas there. Yeah, I know the Mary part. Yeah. No, and I agree. He did cut Mary off, and I think that was right around when that catfishing thing happened, which I didn't watch too many of those episodes, but I kind of know the whole story with that. And I'm sorry, Laura. I know you're like, why are we talking about this?
Oh, anybody or anything. Like I think I know who the guy looks like, but anyone else?
Yeah.
Like
He
I
has
just
other things, and she did
the
not.
only reality show I watch is Welcome to Wrexham. So that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, his unfairness happened with Robin. Yeah. Okay. Well, we might have to get on Voxer and discuss that, because yeah, I feel like it was unfair, but then also I also feel like all four of them, sorry, all five of them, I don't think they actually show what actually happens on the show. I feel like they didn't give a lot of information at all. And then all of a sudden, now that they're like divorcing, now all of a sudden it's all coming out, because they'll like talk about stuff and I'm like, wait, I don't remember seeing that on the show. I don't remember seeing that on the show. I don't remember seeing that on the show. And it's like, I don't understand where you're coming from, because from what I could see on the show, it did look like he was always like going to the different houses, and it did kind of seem like he was doing this and that. But he also, from the get go, never seemed authentic with anybody. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents. Yeah, Robin. Ramen-haired blonde. That's exactly what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Top ramen.
It's an insult to ramen, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Start with ramen. They cut. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole, but I'll let you know if I do.
I think you will.
I don't know. I don't have that
Maybe
much time in my life.
for like a couple hours and check stuff out.
Yeah. I like seeing all the reels that people do where they show clips because that's really how I even got into the show, is like seeing the reels, and I was like, oh, that seems out of context. And then I would see the episode and I was like, oh, maybe not.
Mm.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's actually start reading. I'm sorry if you're watching this in replay and really wanted to get some sprints in. We're a crazy group of people. Okay, so it is 42. Let's pretend it's 45. We'll do 25 minutes. That will bring us to, is that 5 after? No. What's math? So 15 would be the whole hour. And 10 more minutes would be 10 after. So we're looking at 10 after.
Okay.
It's like one sprint an hour. Okay. Did everyone like the ASMR? Everyone, I don't think there's very many people here, so I think we're good.
Yeah, I didn't hear very much, but it looked very pretty. It looked nice.
Oh, well, maybe I have to turn the volume up. I turned the volume a little bit down because there's a little bit of jazz music in there, and I know sometimes
Yeah,
it's a little bit
I think the volume was
distracting.
fine. I just mean like because my internet stinks. I think it was just cutting out on sounds.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
You know, I'm
Okay.
gonna make a cup of tea for myself. See if that'll help wake me up anymore.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, not too much. You do want to go to sleep soon.
I know, but usually it's not enough of a turn. I will go to sleep. I can chug. I used to be able to chug like a massive coffee from Starbucks, caffeinated, and go to sleep an hour later. Like no
Oh,
problem.
yeah. Caffeine doesn't affect me that way either. I've never had caffeine affect me
Mm,
like that ever.
yeah. So I'm
And
gonna.
then there's some people that like can't have caffeine, hours before going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see you all soon.
Yep.
Good luck. Okie dokie. I do have to apologize right off the bat. We may have to cut this short because my phone is officially dying because it's obviously been doing the streaming
Mhm.
for 2.5 hours or whatever that
Yeah.
is. And I plugged it in, but I can only plug it in to my computer, which is weird because my outlet is full of my light and my computer. And I feel like since I plugged it in to my computer, it's actually losing more power than when I started. Like when I plugged it in, it was at 15%, and now it's at 9%. And that happened within seconds.
Yeah.
So, anywho. Oh, Allie's here. I hope you're doing okay, Allie. I know you had a very weird week, so I hope everything is going well with
Yeah.
you. I hope everything's okay. Um, so yeah, how did you do for reading? I actually switched over to Part of Your World.
Hmm.
I'm really liking it.
Yeah.
Like,
I've heard really good things about it.
yeah, like I said, I had no idea what this is about, nothing. And I
Mhm.
did read the back cover here, and so she does own the Nadia's Cakes,
Mhm.
which is the bakery. Looks like she's like a Food Network star of some kind,
Mhm.
um, or has won things. Um, but I'm up to chapter 5, which is about 25 pages in, and this is really cute. I
Good.
like it a lot. So I think I'm gonna have fun with this. I think it's gonna be good. It's quite long. It's almost 400 pages, but like I said, I'm reading really quickly, so I
Mhm.
think that'll be fun.
Mhm.
So I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah. How did you do?
Good. I finished Dirty 30, and I don't know if you guys noticed when I came back from getting my tea, like I'd read like 2 or 3 pages and something massive happened I did not see coming, and I was like, and then at the very end, something else happened too that I also did not see coming, though I should have. But so it's going to be a long wait till next year, essentially. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But yeah, that was really good. So yeah, I finished that, and I just got like 2 pages into our book before the sprint was over. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Any like initial thoughts of our book so far?
No, I think when I got this, probably in 2017 when it first came out, um, I think I flipped through and read like some entries and stuff. So I liked it right away. And I also, of course, bought the second book. And then he wrote a third one that's like a smaller, like I think it's a version of like things people say in bookshops, something like that.
Mm.
Um, so I read that little one. But just his tone and everything, I really enjoy it. So yeah, I think I'm going to really like it. And I know I said this before, like last week, um, in our live show, but I think it'll be good to like pick up and put down in between things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
looking good getting tucked in.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Hmm. How'd everybody else do?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. I know when you start reading it, I forgot that this was in Scotland. I was
Hmm.
thinking like London for the longest time, and then when I started again, I was like, oh yeah, that's right, Scotland.
Hmm.
Um, and I always have to remind myself when I'm reading nonfiction that it's nonfiction.
Hmm.
But yeah, so far so good.
Yeah.
So obviously I have some baby weight to lose, but I can't do a lot right now with breastfeeding because obviously I want to keep that going. But I've been kind of looking into like maybe trying to do where I eat less carbs and more protein because that won't hinder my breastfeeding as much. are you, I don't know how much you like kind of look at the things you eat, but like what are some really high protein, like I know obviously eggs, and
Mhm.
I was looking into some yogurts that like have more protein in them, but what are some like really high protein foods that I can like
Um,
swap out?
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know numbers or anything. I don't pay attention to that stuff. But I think like maybe cottage cheese. If you like cottage cheese, that should
I
be
do
decent.
like cottage cheese.
Yeah. So like if you had that for a snack on like a piece of toast or something, that'd be pretty good. You know.
Cause like I'm always like I'm starving all of the time
Hmm.
because I'm breastfeeding, like you burn a lot of calories and stuff.
Hmm.
I know I have to drink more water, but like I'm trying to like figure out foods that like make me less hungry
Yeah.
so
And
that I don't overeat.
yeah,
I feel
and
like
beans
I'm
are a good source
overeating.
of protein too. Maybe try some
What's
beans.
that?
You know, if you like make a bean soup or if you
Yeah,
like bacon
beans and
or
stuff.
something, beans would be good. Source
Yeah.
of protein. I feel better when I eat beans. I noticed. I just yeah, I don't know why they fill me up better.
Okay. Yeah, I do eat a lot of I get a lot of black beans because we like sometimes we put it on salad, sometimes we use that for tacos.
Hmm.
I do put it in chili and all that. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's see here. Oh, Wind in the
Oh,
Willows.
nice.
Yay. Yeah, I was like the nonfiction was really, it was not gonna be good for me. So yeah, I'm glad I switched over. Um, I don't know if you saw my book haul, Andy, but I like was like, oh, I found this like Wind in the Willows, but it has like the Disney version on the cover. I realized I found a bag of books that I had bought like I don't know when. I found a copy of Wind in the Willows with a regular cover. So now I have two. And I was like so happy that I had found the one because I'm like, I've been searching for this forever. Well, turns out I had already bought it. Like, my gosh. So now I have two copies of Wind in the Willows. Wreck the Halls is good, but I forgot about how graphic. Oh, yeah.
She can get steamy.
Hmm. Yeah, let it, I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with, obviously,
Yeah.
and if that is that you don't share, that's perfectly fine as well. I just know that something occurred, and I just wanted to make sure that you knew that we all love you very much
Hmm.
and just want to make sure that everything is okay and that you are well and that we will always have our alley.
Hmm.
So that's all. So share or not share, that is completely up to you, and I will not be saddened or dismayed by either of those options. I'll be happy with whatever makes you happy.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, tuna and peanut butter. Yes.
they're two good options too. I know. Brain.
So this is gonna be. I'm really sorry if this like bothers anybody, but like, so we do tuna here. Like, so we do like tuna melts or tuna casserole. Um, there's something else they make with tuna, but I can't remember now. Anywho, so I was making a tuna sandwich the other day, and when I opened up the tuna, there was a bone in there.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
and they're long. There it was like this long. And the thing is I think if I hadn't noticed it, the only thing I would have noticed in eating it was that there was something like more like al dente because it like just broke like the meat kind of, like the meat flakes off of something. But I was like,
Yeah.
no, this is a bone.
Hmm.
My husband was like, because I was gonna make him a sandwich. He's like, I don't want a sandwich anymore because he cannot deal with that. Like he really doesn't like sausage because sometimes you get a little bit of gristle in sausages like Italian sausage and stuff. So he won't even do that. Like he prefers beef, all that kind of thing.
Hmm.
But I was like, dang. So like now I've been like super vigilant every time I open up a can of tuna. I'm like, I've never seen that before. So like now I'm like super vigilant looking through that. I also buy the little cans of salmon
Hmm.
and I like flake that over like a salad and stuff. So yeah, that's good. Tuna and peanut butter. And I do like I just snack on peanut butter, either like just by the spoonful or I put it on a tortilla.
Yeah.
I do really like cottage cheese, but I do not buy it that often. I should start doing that. I'm
Yeah.
going grocery shopping in a couple days, so I think I'm going to add that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nuts. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, and I was doing hard boiled eggs, and then I just got out of the habit of it. So annoying. One is a bridge. Oh, I didn't even look at that. I'll have to look. Thanks for saying that, because I want to say they're not, but maybe one of them is. If you eat meat, different types of jerky can be high. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Jerky. Hmm. I do enjoy jerky, but I'm not like huge on meat.
Yeah.
I'm not a big like I'm not a vegetarian or by any means, but like meat's not like a go-to for me.
What about
Like
like, no, go ahead.
this is gonna sound really funny. Like I've always done this since when I was a kid. Like if I need like a quick snack, sometimes I'll just go in the kitchen and I'll take 2 pieces of bread, I'll put mustard on them, and then 2 pieces of cheese,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's my sandwich. Like
Yep.
I don't even put meat in it or anything. Like it's like a cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I like people have made fun of me for that, and I was like,
Oh no.
"Do you know what a grilled cheese is?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, except grilled."
Yeah. I make that same cheese sandwich quite a bit. When I was eating cheese more, I used to do that all the time.
Yeah,
Just much cheese. If I
it's
had
just
lettuce, I'd throw lettuce on, of course, because I'm a lettuce weirdo. But
yeah. I feel like I might go and make myself a sandwich
yeah,
coming up
I'm
here,
just
but now
I
I'm at 8%, even though I'm plugged in. So,
I
but yeah,
know.
okay.
I didn't eat anything after lunch today. I just realized I haven't eaten since 3. So like maybe that's also why I'm tired, because it's been like 7 hours since I ate. Hmm.
Oh, so that's why it was like soft. Yeah, because that's how I kind of found it. Because I saw it and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And then I picked it up and I like broke it, thinking I was like, it was the flesh. And the way it broke, I was like, oh, no, I think this is a bone. And then, yeah, I broke it. I was like, yep, nope, that's a bone. But like I said, if I would have not found it, it would have just been a little bit hard. Yeah, I don't know. We don't need to talk about it.
Thinking of my mom, because she's trying to keep up protein and everything too. She'll take like a dozen eggs, hard boil all of them, and then take 6 and just save them for hard boiled and do the other 6 and make egg salad.
Yeah, I used to love egg
Hmm.
salad. I should do that.
Yeah, so she does that.
We
Like,
go through so many eggs in our house. Like
yeah.
I bet you any money we go through at least a dozen and a half eggs a week.
Hmm.
Like by not even trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go through a lot of eggs. And I often will buy the jumbo eggs, and
Hmm.
those eggs a lot, like every single one of them will have a double yolk.
Hmm.
It's crazy. Yeah, we eat a lot of eggs here. Yeah, Greek yogurt. I do eat
Yeah.
Greek yogurt. But I was thinking about it. There's Greek yogurt that actually has more protein in it. I
Hmm.
know Oikos does one where it's like 15 grams, because I think the Greek yogurt that I have, which is Chobani, I want to say it's 12. It's either 9 or 12.
Hmm.
And I know there's another one that is 20 grams. And then there's another Greek yogurt that's at 25, but I've read that it doesn't taste very good. And 25 grams, that's like half your daily need of protein. So, I mean, I'm not looking to like, I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder by any means. I'm just trying to feel less hungry after I
Yeah.
eat, because like I'll eat and I'll still feel starving.
Hmm.
And it's because of like I'm breastfeeding. So I mean it's got to be that. But like I'm constantly starving. Like even after I eat, I'm starving. And I think it's a lot of the water intake. I do have to do that. better, but yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Not Greek style. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before, but sorry, I'm just reading the last part of Allie's comment. Okay, so like I said, my phone, even though I have it charging on my laptop, it's literally losing. I think the charge is not strong enough compared to the stream.
Mm-hmm.
So even though we only did 2 sprints, which I feel like we're terrible because we're so chatty. We're so chatty. And when I say we, I mean me. I think we should probably call it a night. And yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
read that it tastes like medicine, like it tastes like medicine, like it has a weird aftertaste. I don't know if that's the brand, but the one that I saw that had 25, it was like metallic-y
Yeah.
medicine taste. And I'm not all about that. I just want to not feel hungry all the time. So, okay. Well, yeah. So, next time you see us, it'll be the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll do our live discussion of the Diary of a Bookseller. And then also, if anyone's interested, I am reading, and I think Laura, you said you might try to jump in on that, and Allie,
Yeah,
you,
I
if you could
remember.
find it too.
Mm-hmm.
The Jessica Pan book called "I'm Sorry I'm Late, I Didn't Want to Come." It's about an introvert's year of saying yes, something like
Mm-hmm.
that. I actually started it, and I read maybe like 1%.
Mm-hmm.
I like it because it's read by the author, so that's fun. And there's a lot of like, she's American, but she lives in London, so there's the beginning even states like terminology that we should be familiar with, like flat, like apartment versus
Mm-hmm.
flat, that kind of thing. So there's a few references where I feel really smart that I already know that, even though I'm a stupid American.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I'm hoping it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I realized that in like the introduction of her explaining like herself as an introvert, I realized like I'm definitely not as introverted as she is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because a lot of the things that she was mentioning of herself being an introvert, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I do any of that. But I consider myself sometimes an introvert, but I feel like I'm extroverted too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if by the time I read this book, if I feel like I am an introvert. Maybe it'll be a self-discovery. But anywho, I mentioned that because just reading that on the side. So if you want to read that as well, just let me know and I'll add you to that side Boxer group. But
Mm-hmm.
we'll discuss that at the end of the discussion, the live discussion on the 28th. So
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Well, thank you for joining us, everybody.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. We love you all very much.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these days we'll have spent 2 hours with at least 4 sprints.
Yeah. Don't hold your breath, though.
Don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. You have a great night.
Yeah.
And
Good
we'll see
night
you
or
next time.
good. Bye, everybody.